Paulie Malignaggi is a former boxing world champion that lost everything with a record of 36 wins, 8 losses, 7 knockouts each. How do you have 7 knockouts in 44 fights? That's pretty bad, but hey, I digress. He was a world champion, 2-weight world champion that is, IBF junior welterweight champion and regular welterweight champion from 2007 to 2013. How he started his downfall was pretty simple. He was an analyst when Conor McGregor was fighting Floyd Mayweather, and from the beginning he was already had a certain disdain towards MMA fighters coming over and trying to box, especially Conor McGregor coming and trying to box Floyd Mayweather. They handled it by Conor McGregor bringing him out to be his sparring partner in a leaked video that had Conor McGregor dropping him on camera. He tried making every excuse in the book, saying, "Oh, I just slipped," when you could see he clearly got dropped right there. Or, "Oh, I just got off a long flight from New York to Las Vegas. I didn't have a chance to get ready." Like, bro, you're a fighter. Instead, you got your head bounced around like a pinball machine and had your headgear where your nose is. He got absolutely outclassed. So the fight happened with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, and that's when it all started. Now, back then, Conor McGregor was friends with Artem Lobov, a training partner of Conor McGregor. So after getting his ass whooped in a sparring session by Conor McGregor, he got absolutely embarrassed by the exact guy who he called the bum. He decided to get some relevancy, grow a pair, and take this call out to the next level by calling out Conor McGregor to an actual boxing match for millions and millions of people to see. However, after getting the bag from the Floyd Mayweather fight, Conor decided he was going to take some time off and not entertain the fight with Paulie Malignaggi. But what was the best next thing Paulie Malignaggi could do if Conor didn't accept that fight? That was to take on his training partner and best friend at the time, Artem Lobov. And people were speculating, okay, is this going to be a boxing match? Is Artem going to step in to the boxing ring to take on Paulie? Or was Paulie going to go in and fight a relatively new sport that was bare knuckle boxing? The beef got so personal, it was to a point where Paulie slapped him in the face and actually spat on Artem. Now, Artem doesn't have the accolades that Conor McGregor has, but he is the definition of a true fighter, and Paulie seemed to be testing that every way he could. So many people close to Paulie, family, co-workers, colleagues, were saying that this was beneath him. He was a 2-weight world champion, something that Artem probably will never be. Why would he do this? Not only that, why would he do this bare knuckle, knowing that he has brittle hands, knowing that his hands are soft like a baby's ass? Why would he do it? Basically, he was defending himself and saying that, no, this is not about money, which I imagine with BKFC on the rise at that time wasn't paying him out the way that they're paying out their fighters now. This was straight up business for him in the sense that he just wanted to beat up Artem unlike anyone has ever beat him up before. This fight wasn't what we would call in the combat sports world a barn burner, but it was definitely a pretty interesting fight. Why? Because this was Paulie's first time fighting bare knuckle. I think he was surprised at the fact that how different it was from regular boxing. Obviously, it takes place in a circle. Boxing takes place in a square. He was surprised by the distance. He was surprised by the movement. He was just surprised overall that he couldn't do anything. He was almost fighting like he was an amateur, which you can say he was, whereas Artem was fighting like he had already done it before, which he had. He had a fight earlier that year, 2019, 5 years ago. Can't believe it's been that long. He had a fight against Jason Knight, April 2019, so he already had some experience in the bare knuckle boxing world, and I think Paulie didn't respect him. He openly said he didn't respect Artem, and he thought that would carry him to a victory. But what made Paulie look so stupid was what he said at the end of the fight in his post-fight interview speech.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not even kidding. I got hit with one clean punch all night. In that one clinch, I got hit with a couple of little good shots. And that one clinch, I think it was like two little short shots he hit me with in one of the clinches, and that was it. I mean, otherwise they were like little grazy shots that hit my stomach, grazed my face. I thought I pretty much outboxed him the whole way. I'm
He lost the fight via unanimous decision, and since then he lost his analyst job because Showtime went out of business at the end of last year. He's been dying to get the Conor McGregor fight, doing everything in his power to get the Conor McGregor fight that he probably won't get at this point. He'll probably just be better off fighting YouTubers and social media influencers at this point, since he seems to have every single little thing that anyone says about him hurt his feelings.